ladies at? Guys, I am so excited to be here. I'm so excited to finally share with you what the Catalyst Award is and what we're doing inside of Chaselynn Fitness. And so I want to kick this off because I want to, one, I know it's late and I know this is not my normal time to be awake. And then I know we've also got things to do with our kids and get everyone to bed. But I'm really excited to roll this out, go into this, and really just share with you guys what exactly the Catalyst Award is. So before I get started, if you're joining me live, say live below so know that you guys are here with me. And that way I can really just make sure to support you along the way, and just so excited that you're here with us. So let's get started. Let's share what this is all about. My goal tonight is to have this under 20 minutes. If I could do it in 15, y'all can give me a virtual high five and tell me how awesome that is. But again, wanted to share with you guys what exactly the Catalyst Award is and what that looks like. So here we are, guys. Applications are now open for our Catalyst Award inside of Chaselynn Fitness. This award with Chaselynn Fitness is really just dedicated to recognizing, celebrating the moms who are catalysts for positive change in their families and in their communities. And so basically, what are we going to be covering today? What is Chaselynn Fitness? So if you're new here, if you're new to our community, if you're new to following, we're going to talk about what is Chaselynn Fitness? Why are we different? And then we're also going to be talking about what is the Catalyst Award? What is involved in it? Why are we doing it? And how to apply. And you're probably thinking, okay, Chase, but like, why is this important for me right now? So I'm going to give you a little tidbit here. Your kids deserve better. And I'm going to just put it point blank because I'm a very direct person. I'm a direct coach, and that's how I coach. And so I just want you to know your kids deserve better, right? And so the habits and behaviors start with you as the mom, and then you have that ripple effect to those around you. Okay. And so I know I'm going to talk about my journey here in a minute, but basically I want you to understand that what habits and things that you represent, your kids will learn by. And so the quicker you can shift and change those habits, change those behaviors, really implement new strategies in how you think about things, your kids are only going to get they get the better version of you. And so that's what I mean by when I say your kids deserve better, right? Like it's something that you are going to be passing down to them. Age is not stopping. So why is this important now? Your age is not going to stop. I don't know about y'all, but I seriously, my oldest daughter is 8. And I'm like, how did that happen so quickly? And so all of a sudden, I know I have a client that I'm going to talk about later today, but she actually came in and was like, I wish I would have been on top of this when my kids were younger. And her kids are now teenage years. But what she was like, said, I wish I would have done it. We did quickly work on that mindset and like, hey, no, there's never want to hinder or say, oh, I didn't do it right. You acknowledge where you are in the journey right now. But I want you guys to know that age does not stop. You are going to constantly be getting older. And I say age, right? Like you're constantly going to be aging because older makes you feel like, I don't know. Anyways, that's a whole nother thing. But as you guys know, the habits, the longer you do the habits, the harder they are going to be to break. And then why is this important now? Because we will be closing applications for our Catalyst Award on March 22nd. So if your applications are not in, you'll just go into our normal application process after this date. And so I wanted to let you guys know there is a end date, and we will no longer be accepting applications for this award. So I don't want to waste anybody's time. So I want you to know if this is you, and I want to kind of talk about some of the things that we are going to be covering. And these are some of the qualities that all of the ladies that come into our Chaselynn Fitness program have. And so if this is you, continue listening. High achieving mom, and you love check boxes. You love marking things off the list. You thrive in structure, right? You are solutions oriented thinker. You are constantly like, how can I get better in this area? I'm very growth mindset. And you are always wanting to make sure that you are improving. You enjoy being coachable. You love learning new things and being challenged. And you are an action taker. You are someone that is going to be like, oh, I have a strategy in place. I'm going to put it into action. I'm going to make these things happen. You are an action taker. And then you're not just looking for a quick fix. Guys, this is a fitness and nutrition journey, right? And so I do not represent anything along the lines of quick fixes. I live a very sustainable lifestyle, and you're going to hear a little bit about my story here in a second. But if that is what you were looking for, just go ahead and pause the video and say, hey, Chase, good luck. Hopefully, you guys, this works well for you guys. But we are not a quick fix program. So if you are looking for long-term solutions and strategies, this is for you. And then if you're someone that tends to give to yourself before giving, or give to others before giving to yourself. Maybe kids prioritize their food over yours, their activities over yours, right? If that kind of sounds like you, again, continue listening. And then also, if you are ready and able to do whatever it takes in your fitness and nutrition journey to actually see results, get results, live a sustainable lifestyle, then I want you to continue listening here. Okay. Can you do this, right? This is what I need you to do for me as we go through this little mini training or this live video, whatever you want to call it. I want you guys to comment live if you're joining me live, right? Or comment replay if you catch this on replay. Just engage with me. I want to know that you are here. I want to know who's visiting, who's hanging out, who's listening, all of the good things. And then tag a friend. Yes, tag a friend. When we give to others, when we have somebody in accountability with us, maybe the two of you do this program together. I don't know what this looks like, but tag somebody that needs to hear this as well, needs to hear what's going on, needs to hear what we're offering. And then, as always, I always welcome questions and feedback. So if anything comes up for you, add it in the comments, message me. We are open book over here at Chaselynn Fitness. So let me know what you have, and we will totally support you in that space. So who am I? Okay, you're probably like, who's this lady talking? Why am I sucked into this live training? Like, what are we doing here? So wanted to tell you a little bit about my story, where I come from, and how Chaselynn Fitness came to be, because without that, it's kind of hard to understand, like, well, why would I want to learn from you as a coach if I don't know your story, right? So I am the owner of Chaselynn Fitness. I'm a mom of 3 girls. We homeschool in our family, and I have been in the industry, the fitness and nutrition industry, since 2011. It was a very long time, and as I keep saying that, like the years just keep stacking up, and I'm like, how is this happening? And then I am a Christian and woman of faith, and if you've been following me for a while, you guys know that that is a big part of my business and what I do inside Chaselynn Fitness. So what is my story? Let's talk about this. I don't want to spend a lot of time here, but I just want to share my story. I just want to share where I came from and how I got to where I'm at and how this all became, right? So in 2011, I actually just got out of a 3-year breakup. I did not realize it got so bad so quick. I was an all-star cheerleader, like the majority of my early, all through high school, all that kind of stuff. And so fitness was not scary to me. Okay. Again, being a competitor, being an athlete, through high school, I coached gymnastics from high school all the way until like my mid-20s. But in 2011, I just came out of that breakup and really hadn't found my fitness space. And so this is kind of what started my fitness journey. I actually joined a outdoor boot camp. And at that time, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much fun, because it made me think of conditioning classes in cheerleading, which was my absolute favorite. Coaches would be like, oh, we're going to condition today. And I'm like, heck yeah. Everyone else on the team was like, this is horrible. It was so much fun. My point is that's what started my fitness journey. I was like 30 pounds overweight at that point. I didn't know what to do. I didn't have any education around anything other than just like, like being a cheerleader. Like I had nothing else adding to that value. Right. And then also on top of that, I kind of just started moving more. I started getting into a little bit of running, and here we are in 2012. I lost a lot of weight. And if you've heard my story before, this whole ups and downs, the yo-yo thing, like I feel like that's what's basically happened the last like 12 years. But basically what I was doing at that point was barely eating. I was drinking like a Route 44 sweet tea a day, eating like Mott sticks from Sonic and ranch. Like that's basically, I would eat like one time a day. and very unhealthy. I was not sleeping well. I was getting up at like 4:30 in the morning, teaching 5 a.m. boot camps, and then group fitness classes, and then I was teaching cheer until like 9:30 at night. So as you could tell, like that was a long process of only eating, like doing a lot of things throughout the day and only eating one meal. And that's kind of what got me. I was leaned out and people were like, "Oh my gosh, you look so good." But to be honest, like I felt like total trash. I like even though I was skinny, there was like no muscle there. I wasn't feeling that great and it just sucked. And then next thing you know, like I met my husband, we moved to Houston, and then bam, 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 here's baby on the way. So Harper became, I was pregnant with Harper. And at that point, I realized what I've been doing for, the last 5 or 6 years is not going to work as a mom. I didn't know what to do. And so I kind of just continued on my running journey. Really didn't know what to do, like workout wise. Like I was still kind of new in the industry, only a few years in. And that kind of led me to, all right, now I'm going to start running. I'm going to do a lot more cardio. I ran probably 30, anywhere from 10Ks to half marathons to a marathon in between that time. And then I got pregnant with Landry. I had her in 2019, which is my second baby. And then again, continued with this more cardio situation. Like I was running and running and running. Here I am at my, 6 months postpartum, or maybe 7 months postpartum in 2019. And then you all know what happened in 2020. This is really what like led me to figure it out. Like 2020 is such a blessing in disguise. Like as I was going through postpartum twice, the big changes and the swings that come with that, and really just as you could tell, like this was a year and a half, and I had a lot of success on just switching up my nutrition, changing up my habits. Like working out was normal for me, but I really shifted into the nutrition side of things, really dug in deep to like learn scientifically what our bodies needed, and implemented those strategies to have my body respond and to get the results that I wanted. So that's what happened in 2020. And as you guys know, COVID hit that year and we all were like, what do we do? That's what launched Chaselynn Fitness at the end or towards the fall of that year. And I was just like, I have to do what I can do in order to help support women. Like, this is really what empowered me. Like, from cheer coach to how can I impact these kids to how can I like set a better example for my kids, right? Like it went from trying to impact the cheerleaders to now I'm impacting my own children. And it really shifted into, instead of trying to get people to show up for just a workout and like, yay, get a workout in, it really shifted into how can I help coach women to shift their mindset, shift their behavior, shift their habits and routines to make lasting success, lasting change, and implement those things into their home. And as you can see here, we are now, we have a third baby. Baby Blake is also part of our family now, and she's 2. So here we are, mama of 3 now at this point, and all of it is part of the story, and the implements and the strategies that I teach inside of Chaselynn Fitness all align with all the different structures here. So you're probably like, why is this different? Why is this different? What makes Chaselynn Fitness different? And I'm going to talk a little bit about it because it's like, well, I thought we were talking about the Catalyst program and the Catalyst Award. Yeah, you're right. We are. And we're going to get to that. But I have to explain to you a little bit about like where did the core of all this began, right? Like, why are we doing it? So I'm not going to dig into this slide into much detail, but basically you can't get from level 1 to level 6 without going through 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. And so that's exactly what we do inside of Chaselynn Fitness, is really take you through the journey to not only see success, but also understanding what your body, your mindset is going to be doing during different times of your journey. And that's why we have the Chaselynn Fitness Roadmap. This is a bird's eye view of what our program does, all 4 programs that we have inside of Chaselynn Fitness. Core is where everybody starts inside of our program. And the reason for that is because there's awareness, there's habit building. We're making sure all of the strategies that you have and the things that you need are fundamental and you can build on them. So again, back over here, you can't get to level 6 without having a solid foundation from 1, 2, 3, 4, right? We have to build up on all of those things, which is exactly what we do inside of Chaselynn Fitness. And we coach you where you're at as the client. So again, why is this different? We teach for long-term goals, not short-term fixes. So inside of Chaselynn Fitness, you've probably heard me say this before, or maybe even seen it in my content. But we really, really strive for sustainability in your lifestyle and in your fitness and nutrition, where we think long term. And how can we make 1 week progress over the next week, over the next week, over the next week, instead of, hey, let's get you lots of results in a short period of time for you then to yo-yo that and start all over and start all over. And so that's the difference in what we do at Chaselynn Fitness. We really teach from the heart to make sure that we help you discover what your body needs, what you're experiencing, help you make those mental shifts instead of us telling you exactly, hey, do this for a short period of time, get results, and then good luck. Like, it really is helping you learn and understand what your body needs and meeting you where you're at in order to do that. So we follow our 3M method that has gotten over hundreds of women inside of our Chaselynn Fitness program results. So we're going to talk a little bit about what are those results? What do they look like? So this is Amber. She actually started our program being really overwhelmed with the thought of nutrition. She comes from being she said she's been overweight majority of her life and struggled with her weight, ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. And in the very start of this program, she's actually dropped 12 pounds in her first 12 weeks. So she's done an amazing job. She's implementing the strategies. She shows up powerfully every single week on our coaching calls. And that's just a little tidbit about what she's done. This is Angela. Her moms, her kids are actually a little bit older, so they are in high school, starting college, and she was really looking for a way to feel better in her skin, not so sluggish. She's a nurse. She works long hours, and she wanted to really have more energy and move better. Right. And she's down 20 pounds in her 20 weeks and her first 20 weeks with Chaselynn Fitness. Little ups and downs because that happens. There was Christmas in there. But guys, look at the trend and how you could see how she's trending downward to get to the goals that she's wanting. And then we've got Ashley here. She works 60-hour weeks, really, really, really high demand job. And she's got 3 kids, and she's really in need of something simple and easy to implement to see results. And here you guys can see she's seen massive results on her body, 42 pounds in her first 5 months with Chaselynn Fitness, and has been killing it. And why are we doing this Catalyst Award? So I say all that to say, I tell you all those things because it's like, why are we doing and implementing this strategy or this Catalyst Award, and what is it? So as you could tell, those are all mamas. And I shared a little bit about my story. And the Catalyst Award with Chaselynn Fitness is really just recognizing and celebrating moms who are catalysts for positive change in their families and communities. We at Chaselynn Fitness, we really wanted to empower and motivate and walk alongside of those women and celebrate them in order to create that ripple effect and positive change that extends, right? As you guys could tell, we're not looking for vanity metrics here. We are really looking for, individual, things that extend beyond this individual accomplishments. How can our kids learn from the things we're implementing? How can we share and create ripple effects by, changing our identity with how we look at our body, right? So that's exactly what we're doing with this Catalyst Award is we want to acknowledge and amplify the mothers that are committed to holistic health and wellness for themselves and their family. And so how does this Catalyst Award work? What is it? What are we doing here? And this is getting to the nitty gritty of this actual award. So we're going to be giving away 3 partial grants inside of our program. So as you saw on our roadmap, our core program is our starter program inside of Chaselynn Fitness. And the society level is our top supporting level inside of our program. So it's very high touch points, and you're basically going to get, we're going to be giving away 3 partial grants at 25% reward, and then another 3 grants at 20% reward. And then inside of our collective program, so our collective program is our group coaching only, which is brand new to what we're doing inside of Chaselynn Fitness. And so we've got our society level and then our collective level, and we're going to be giving away 15% for the 3 grants for our collective level as well. And last but not least, we will have 1 full ride tuition that we are going to be giving for our society level core program. And we're really excited about all of these. And we're really excited about, again, awarding those women that want to make lasting change in their households. So how does this work? Just so you guys know, not everyone that is going to be applied or that applies to this program is going to be a fit. That is never the case. Sometimes it's not the right time. Sometimes your goals don't align with what we teach inside of our programs. Totally okay. We always want to make sure that when we have these conversations with you, we want you to know what your next steps are and helping you get clarity. So if you even just have 1 phone call with us and you're like, okay, not sure what to do from here, I want you leaving those calls with an understanding of what your goals are, what your next steps are, all those good things. And so everyone that does apply, or everyone that does apply to this award might not be, we only have so many that we're giving away. And so not everyone will be up to receive a tuition or a grant. And it is going to be based on first come, first serve. And what I mean by that is the first 9 women that apply and are accepted into our program, they will be in for those first 9 grants. Okay. And then all of the people that have applied and were accepted over the period of time would be entered in for the overall full ride tuition. So again, once those 9 grants are taken for and entered in, and those women have accepted their program, then those 9 grants are gone. And then everyone that is accepted into our program between now and the 29th will be in for the full ride tuition. And then this does close on March 22nd. So all applications for this Catalyst program will be ending on March 22nd. And we'll have our final week of application calls to Chaselynn Fitness the last week of March. And the final winners will be announced on Friday, March 29th. And so if you are looking to get results like Kelly dropping 9 pounds, 6.5 inches in the core level program, or Jaleesa, 9 pounds, 10.5 inches. Brittany has put on or has dropped 11 pounds and down 4.5 inches. And she's actually looking for muscle growth. And then we've got Melissa, who is down 15 pounds, 18 inches in her core level program as a owner of her own business and a mama of 2. And then Holly, again, with 20 pounds and 32 inches off of her entire body. And then last but not least, we've got Shannon, who is down 10.5 inches and didn't even drop any weight. How crazy is that? So excited. And again, right here, want to let you guys know the applications are open. And so you're probably wondering, what are the next steps, Chase? What do I need to do from here? How do I need to do this? Guys, they are open. And if this all sounds like you and you want to see results like the women that we have shared with today, and you're like, yes, 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 and yes, awesome. Then just comment Catalyst below. All we're going to do is start the conversation. I'll tell you what the next steps are, what we need to do, and we'll take it from there. But the biggest thing is I wanted you to understand what exactly is the Catalyst program, what is Chaselynn Fitness, what are you going to be learning? And if all of these sound like exactly what you're looking to achieve right now, then comment Catalyst and we will get you started and ready and rocking and rolling into the application process and get you moving from there. So guys, those of you that joined me live, I'm so glad you did. I've loved seeing all of the comments blowing up. I had to stay on track because y'all know I'm a little bit ADHD here. I think, actually I was never diagnosed, but I'm pretty sure I am. But guys, thank you for joining me. So glad that you guys were here and live, and looking forward to accepting you, having conversations with you, seeing if we're a fit to move forward into the Chaselynn Fitness program and give out these 10 awards for our Catalyst Award program. Um, yay. Guys, love you guys.